Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing episode 2 of reviewing your squads. We got 5 more squads submitted by 5 of you guys, and just want to say a big thank you to all of those people that do submit their squads, as I'm able to create content from these people. If you guys want to get involved, just send me your squad. Ideally, I'd like the web app link. If you don't know how to do that, feel free to send me a direct message or leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to explain it to you guys. If not, if you're not able to do the web app because you don't have a computer or something like that, a footbin squad link will do. We have one of those in this video. But web app links are ideal as I'm able to interact with more of your players like this. But before we get into this video, I'd just like to say thank you guys so much for all the support you've been showing me recently. We hit 200 subscribers, which is another step towards growing this channel, and I'm thankful for all 200 of you for subscribing. I know you don't have to, but it just helps me, and I appreciate all the support you guys give me. I get a lot of DMs from you guys on my Instagram saying how my methods have helped, how you guys enjoyed the content. So if you guys aren't following me on my Instagram, the link to that is in the description below. You can feel free to send me your comments, suggestions, anything like that, or if you just want to talk about FIFA, I'm happy to do that with you guys. So yeah, the link to that will be in the description below. We're going to get to the first squad here today. It is submitted by Juan Tostado 796. This is a squad and he's got an 83k budget. So starting from the back, Hugo Lloris is a very, very nice card. For just a regular goalkeeper, like De Gea is probably the best in the Premier League in my opinion, but Lloris gets the job done. So he's fine to stay in there. I don't think goalkeepers play that much of a role in this game. Wan-Bissaka is another very nice card. He's a little low on physical, but I know a lot of people really enjoy him at right back, so I'd say that he's fine if it works for you. Moving over to Davinson Sanchez and Schär. Schär for me is an interesting one, just because I feel like he's better suited as a center mid. But with an anchor chem style, I guess he's a very, very good center back. So he's fine to stay in there. Davinson Sanchez with a shadow. Now, Sanchez is a very good cheap option for you guys. But I think that you should aim to improve on Davinson Sanchez at this point, just because there are better cards than him, through SBCs. But now that those SBCs have expired, I think you're going to be looking at the team of the season cards. And you should get some nice Premier League team of the season cards here. Or even, I know you don't have any icons in this team. So if you want to grind some icon swaps, you can get yourself like a Carlos Puyol, which is similar in pace, but way better in defending and physical. So Puyol might be a really good shout. Maldini is a very nice shout if you can get him from the swaps. So those are my recommendations for Davinson Sanchez there. And a team of the season is probably going to cost you more than 83k, I understand that. But you'll also be able to earn more coins during team of the season if you trade or invest. But if you can't, then Puyol and Maldini are free. You just have to spend time to play. Tierney, another very nice card. You can. I don't think Fuchs is there for the rest of the year, but Tierney will get the job done. Like I said, you can look for team of the season left backs, which will probably be cards like Ricardo Pereira or Robertson, which are probably going to be on the expensive end. But maybe you pack one in a guaranteed team of the season pack. But if you can't, and you don't want to upgrade Tierney, that's fine. Tierney's got good pace, defending and physical, which is pretty much all you need for a defender. N'Golo Kante, not much to say about him. He's just an insane card. Even his gold card, still really good in this game. Adama Traore, same with him. The only thing he lets you down on is weak foot, but I have Adama Traore. He's not on my team, but I figure out how to use him even with the weak foot issue, so he's fine. Leroy Sané, I have his 91 and I personally love it. His 86, I don't think it's as good. So maybe with 83k, there's not much you can do with the left wing. I think Mane is still an upgrade, gold Mane. You can probably start to afford left mid Aubameyang. I think it's his team of the week card, which is a little more expensive. Mane's a little more expensive as informs. If you can't afford anyone, I'd say stick with Sané and try and focus on upgrading Davinson Sanchez. But if you certainly can afford to upgrade Sané, I'd look at Mane or Aubameyang for better options going forward because they have similar pace, better shooting, better dribbling. So that would be my recommendations for Sane. Youngmin Son's still a very, very good card. I have him in my squad still. So I don't think there's any issues with Son because he's 5-star, 4-star, I think. 4-star, 5-star? Yeah, 4-star, 5-star. So he's good. Pogba's a secondary CDM. He's alright as a CDM. I don't think he's the best because I think he's got, 66 defending? Yeah. So, to be honest, is he tradable? If he's untradeable, then I understand. So he's tradable here because the number of owners is 10. So, I mean, it's really up to you. Like, personally, if I were you, I would take the coins for Pogba and literally just go buy like a gold Sissoko just because I think he's better than Pogba in a defensive aspect. Obviously, Pogba going forward is going to be a lot better. And maybe you play him as like a box-to-box center mid. I would personally maybe recommend going for like shapeshifter Trent Alexander-Arnold. I used him and I was thoroughly surprised. Even his finishing was insane. I used him one weekend in Foot Champs and like I really, really enjoyed him. So if you wanted to, you can try out Trent shapeshifters instead because he offers a little more defensively than Pogba. Once again, it's probably just a personal preference. And then you have Jamie Vardy. Vardy's an interesting one because he's like such good value and he's got some pretty good stats. But his weak foot's just a really, really big letdown for me. I had him and I threw him into an SBC because unlike Adama Traore who's on the wing, I find with players on the wing with a bad weak foot, you can get away with a little easier, but as a striker, it's a lot harder. I understand 83k you have isn't a lot, so maybe leave Vardy for now, but if you get some coins during team of the season, I would definitely try and improve on Vardy too. So I would think that your main people that you should try and get out is Davinson Sanchez and Leroy Sané with the replacements I suggested. So that's just my take on this squad. Overall, it's a very, very nice squad. There's room for improvement, which is always nice. So I would just look to pick up maybe some team of the season cards that fit your team and your budget. Moving on to the second squad, we have Mark Balanzas. I think I said that right. I don't know. He's got a 50k budget, but just looking at this team, this squad is very, 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 very good. You've got the Alisson here. You've got the Sergio Ramos. Obviously, Alisson's 97 rated. You can't really ask for more. I'm pretty sure. I bet he's untradeable. Probably packed him during these upgrade packs. Yep. Very, very nice. Sergio Ramos, very nice card. Left back, right back, or left back, or right back, or center back. Doesn't really matter for me. Very, very nice card indeed. I love this Diego Carlos card. Nothing wrong with it. Obviously, Europa League's not going on right now, but still a very, very nice card. Same with David Luiz. I hate playing against him. I didn't do him because I couldn't afford him, but he's a very, very nice card. So far the back line's very, very good. Robertson, 85. This is an interesting one for me. You have only 50k. I'm sure you can get some more coins probably during team of the season if you trade. I mean, you have such a nice squad unless you had insane pack luck to sell some cards and get this in a very, very nice squad. So if you know how to trade, you can get some more coins, and I would upgrade maybe to a Ricardo Pereira shapeshifter, if possible. Team of the season Pereira or Robertson if they come out, or even a team of the year Robertson. I think the left back, just looking at your squad as a whole, the left back is the one spot where I think you could upgrade. Mendy, very nice card. I love his left back card. So him at CDM is going to be very nice. Not really much to improve on him until maybe team of the season comes out. Awar, another very, very nice, well-rounded card. I'm sure you probably play Awar and Mendy at CDM. Maybe if you play a 4-2-3-1, I think I can check. Let's see. Can I check? I'll probably figure it out in the future, but yeah, he's these two as CDMs will probably be very, very good. But that Awar is not really much you can improve on right now. Maybe you want to go. I'm not really familiar with the French league because I really don't touch the French league. Because you need that strong link to Ben Yedder, and you need the French link to Mendy. So Awar is pretty much like the best option for a defensive midfielder who's pretty good. So I'd say maybe wait until team of the season where some other French defensive player gets released. And then we have a big boy R9. Did you pack him? You packed him first owner. That's crazy. That's crazy. Played 955 games with him, and you've scored 555 goals. That's insane, man. Like, GG's on that. Obviously, there's no replacement for this R9. Even if players have better stats than him, like R9 is just like next tier for whatever reason. So unless you pack another R9 or a Hullet or something where you Sabio, there's no replacing for Ronaldo. Then we have Saint Maximin. Yeah, I feel like he's overpriced in my opinion, just because he's 5-star, and I know that's very, very good. But I just feel like for a card like this, there might be better options. Obviously, the way you have your team set up, there's not really a better option because he has to be a French right wing. So I guess Maximin's your only option. But if you were to move away from this, I would maybe look to change Maximin, because I just feel like there are better options out there on the market. Like, you could probably buy better team of the years, or team of the seasons, my bad, that do a better job than Maximin and probably are going to be cheaper than him. So I would just look out for that. And then moving over to Sane, fantastic card, not much to say about him. I love him. He's in my team. And obviously did him as an SBC, so you'd probably want to keep him in your team, otherwise it'd be kind of a waste, unless you've played a bunch of games with him. 266 games, I think he's fine to stay in right now. And then we have Ben Yedder, we all see him during the weekend league. It's just Ben Yedder. So I would say just keep this team as it is. Maybe look on focusing on changing Robertson throughout team of the season. That way you can improve your defense just a little bit more. But otherwise, very, very, very nice squad. And we're going to move on to the third squad here. So we have a base of a 4-3-3, it looks like. One of the third variation. This is sent in by Egg and Potato 1. And he's got a 20K budget. So right away, I'm just going to start with the top. So we have Mane and Aguero. 20K budget, not much you can do with those two. So those two are going to have to stay. I like Mane, not a huge fan of Aguero, but really just depends on your playstyle. Di Maria, I'm guessing you packed him. Yep, you packed him at one of the party bags, so GG's on that. Keep him in your squad. That's fine. He's got a very nice card. I think he's 4-star, 5-star. So having a 5-star weak foot's very, very nice if he does, I think. Either 5-star weak foot or 5-star skills, very, very nice either way. You've grinded for Fred. I didn't grind that hard, so I don't have him, but he looks like a very, very solid CDM center mid kind of card. Very nice to keep in your squad. De Bruyne, for if you only have 20K, he gets the job done. Very nice at a cam. N'Golo Kante, I've already mentioned in this episode, but he's solid even on his gold card. Now, Robertson, I know I just mentioned for the other guy to try and upgrade him, but for 20K, Robertson has to stay. He's not got a horrible card. I think there are better cards out there on the market, but for 20K, you're not going to find anything better than Robertson. Here's where we come into a little bit of an issue. So we got Laporte and Lindelof. My opinion on Laporte is I just do not like him. I've used him in draft. I used him at the start of the game in my team. Even with a shadow, he is slow. And I know there's a lot of defenders with that kind of pace, but Laporte just feels so slow, and it's probably his agility and balance, but I cannot stand playing with him. He's probably, if you're conceding a lot of goals, he is the reason you're conceding those goals. So even when we compare him with Lindelof, I genuinely think Lindelof's better than Laporte. So what I would do is, I think, so he is tradable for you. So what I would do is wait until a guaranteed team of the season SBC comes out. Go ahead, sell Laporte because you're going to be able to get a lot of coins for him. And then I would honestly, for 20K, just keep Lindelof. It might seem crazy, but Lindelof is better than Laporte in my opinion. And then here, once you sell Laporte, I would pick up someone like Antonio Rudiger or Davinson Sanchez, and because they're very nice and cheap. You should get about like, I think for a guaranteed team of the season, 87s will rise to like 40, 45K. So you should be on around 70-ish K if you play some games in between. So you can buy a Rudiger or a Davinson Sanchez for less than 5K at that time. And then you can also improve on your right back if you want a different right back. Maybe like a, I'm trying to think who would be a good right back that's not too many coins. So there isn't really too many right backs that aren't as better than Wan-Bissaka who aren't too many coins. So I guess you can keep Wan-Bissaka and then you can have Alisson. So what you can do with those excess coins is either upgrade Lindelof maybe to someone else like a Davinson Sanchez, and you can have a Davinson Sanchez Antonio Rudiger partnership. You can get yourself maybe some like SBCs that are out. So there are going to be a lot of SBCs coming out in the next couple of weeks. So if you have those excess coins, you're going to be able to do like upgrade packs, little player SBCs. You can even start league SBC grinding. That's what I'd say, just because I think Lindelof and then like a Rudiger, Davinson Sanchez card would get the job done for you compared to having Laporte, because it might just be me, but I hate Laporte in this game. But that's really the only problem I can think that this team has with the kind of budget that you have. So that's what I would say. Just try and get Laporte out when possible, when you can maximize the amount of coins you get for him, which will be during an SBC that requires a high-rated squad. Moving on to the fourth squad, we got a squad submitted by Gabs Shady 8, 300K budget. You got a lot of SBC, league, or weekly objectives, those kind of cards here. So Ter Stegen's very nice. Coleman, you just got him recently, so I would say keep him for now. Forgot what's his budget. His budget is 300K. We got Hierro Carlos, so obviously Diego Carlos is very, very nice. Hierro, for now, I would say keep him. He's still got some good worth, some good value. It doesn't look like you have any of the icon swaps from Icon Swaps 3, so maybe you want to grind for Puyol. I think he'd be an upgrade to Hierro. Mendy, despite being 80 rated, he is still very, very good left back. There's going to be some like team of the season left back from the La Liga. I would say maybe if you wanted to look at Renan Lodi, he's one of my favorite left backs from the La Liga. I use him in foot draft all the time, and I thoroughly enjoy him. So I would think maybe you want to look at replacing Mendy with Renan Lodi. I think that's a very nice move for you. Thomas Partey, he has a very, very nice defensive-minded card, so I think he's a really good CDM for you. Daniel James, he's like Adama Traore, so can't really go wrong with James. We got Carrasco. Well, I haven't seen a lot in this game. I don't really know how he plays. He looks like he's got a very nice card, and if he works for you, keep him in there because you can't get any coins for him. Odegard. Odegard's 87. I wasn't the biggest fan. I felt like his shooting was a little weak. But I have had people who bang shots in left, right, and center with Odegard, so he does have a nice card as a cam, so for me, I think he's good to stay in your squad. Pep Guardiola, I think his stamina kills him in this game. Everyone used him at the beginning of the game, but you should have replaced him by now because the stamina is a big issue. So to get the links here, it's kind of hard. You're going to need another icon is what I'm going to tell you. Otherwise, you can play James on 7 chem. I don't know if you wanted to. If you want everyone on 10 chem, you're going to need an icon. 300K doesn't give you a lot of options. What I will tell you is you can get a Gattuso from the icon swaps for like 7, 8, or 9 tokens, something like that, who is a very, very nice CDM compared to Guardiola. So that would be another option for you to go there. And then this Hernandez card, I don't really see people use a lot of league SBC players, and I like that. You're using players that aren't exactly considered meta. And he's a nice card, but I think if you wanted to, you could upgrade him to getting that Rodrigo foot birthday. I think he's there for the rest of the game. So Rodrigo foot birthday for Hernandez, maybe Gattuso for Guardiola, or you could do Puyol for Hierro. You can only do one of those two. If I were you, I would personally try and get Gattuso instead of Guardiola, just because I think Hierro still kind of works for you, but Guardiola's stamina will really kill you. So I would focus on Gattuso for Guardiola, and then maybe switching out your striker, just because I think Mendy's still very viable in this game. So I would try and get Rodrigo. I've heard a lot of good things about him, but it's up to you. Either you get Rodrigo's SBC or you can buy a tradable Renan Lodi. Whether you want to have liquid coins at some point or not, it really just depends up to you. And then we're going to move on to the fifth and final squad. And we have this very nice squad over here. This was submitted by, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Yorn Popcorn. I might have said that wrong. I'm sorry if I did. He's got a 100k budget. So this guy looks like he got kind of unlucky in his player SBC or his party bags. I feel for him. Dude, that's kind of insane though. Unless you pack them, you got 3 foot birthdays out of all the party bags, which is kind of a dub. But you could have got a winter refresh, unless you got him. Oh wow, you bought him. That's interesting. Maybe just for the chemistry, but we're just gonna start from the back again. So Ter Stegen, solid goalkeeper. Semedo, even at this point of the game, very very solid goalkeeper. Longley, did I say goalkeeper? Very very solid right back. My bad. Longley, once again, still good. Still gets the job done for you. This Gene card. Now, although like he's considered an L when you pack him because he's not worth much, he's still got a very nice card. I think he's just short, which is the biggest issue. But compared to last year's game cycle, like heading in this game is just beyond broken. So sticking with a short defender isn't the worst thing. He's more agile than like someone like PK, so he does have that. I think he's fine if you pack him first owner. Mendy over here, you kind of need him for the chemistry. It's not like the last guy where I could say you could go get Renan Lodi. He does not work for you unless you wanted to play him on 7 chem. That's fine. Frankie de Jong, you play him as a CDM, and I know you have him in there too for chemistry. There's a lot of cards in here that you can't really change because of chemistry issues. Like Semedo has to stay because De Jong needs the chemistry. Mendy needs to stay because Bakayoko needs the chemistry. Trezeguet has to stay in the middle because everyone here needs the chemistry. Chiesa has to stay because Lasagna needs the chemistry. So there's not much you can change unless you change more than one thing. And I don't want to say like take apart your whole team and change. You don't really have anyone on the bench either, nor do you have on the reserves. You have Munyain. Did you pack this guy too? Dude, that's crazy. You packed so many foot birthdays. Yeah, so the only like piece of advice I can offer you right at this point is you have 100k. You probably have items in your club, I would assume, like rare gold and stuff. And if you don't, then just maybe buy some or something like that. For like spend 100k and just buy some rare golds right now. And the reason I say that is because there's going to be upgrade packs, so you can upgrade your team through pack luck, which isn't the best way most of the time, but like at this point in the game, it's going to be hard to change more than one player just because these are all like untradables, except for Chiesa, who's worth like nothing. You're going to have to change a lot more than you would probably want to. So you could look at upgrading cards like De Jong if he gets a team of the season, or another Barcelona center mid if he gets a team of the season. You can buy another left mid that's French if they get a team of the season. Like I'm sure there's going to be some French or some League One French players left wing who get a team of the season. Put them in instead. Have some fun. Maybe get a left wing from the Italian league that's Italian as a team of the season. So that's what I would say. You can pretty much just upgrade your team with team of the seasons at this point. There's no point in buying like a Varane. You're not going to feel that much of a difference from Longley at this point. So I would just say try and pick up upgrades that fit your team and allow you to get the same chemistry. Because if I suggest something, you're probably gonna have to change a lot of players. Like if I say get Ren on Lodi, now now Ren on Lodi loses chem, and if you're fine with that, then get Ren on Lodi. If you don't like that and you want everyone to be on 10 chem, then you're gonna have to change Bakayoko. I know Lamar is on 8, but you kind of get the idea. So that's really all I can say. I just want to thank everyone again for submitting your squads for this video. If you guys want to submit your squad to be reviewed, send me a DM with the squad link like all these people have done. If I've already reviewed your squad and you've made a bunch of upgrades like from team of the season and stuff, feel free to send it to me again. I'd be happy to look at how your team's upgraded. But besides that, I know this is a little longer. I like to go more in depth so you guys get a good idea of what I think about your squads. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a like on the video, and yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Later.